So as we move through life, our social lives don't always keep pace with us, As we progress through life, our social life don't necessarily keep pace with us because things change around us. Maybe you used to have a lot of time, free time before. For whatever reason, you don't have as much free time. You get busy, whether busy at work, busy that you're now married, you now have children, as pressures of life, you know. It, Keeping up with our social life is not automatic on its own, but we need to always remember that we need it. Therefore, we need to make space for it, make allowance for it. For me, like I said, I belong to several associations. I belong to a church. I belong to a church group. I belong to my primary school association. I belong to my secondary school association. I belong to my university association. I belong to my university fellowship association. You know, all of those are different avenues for me where I can relate to people. I can get into social gatherings. I belong to a group of retirees and still employees at my old place of work where I retired, where I resigned from 28 years ago, my present place of work where I've been the last 28 years. But those are just different avenues whereby I stay in contact with people, both people I've known forever. I presently know, So when I write on social media, I can't tell lies because everywhere I am, I have people around me that have known me all my life. I know people that have known me from birth, people that have known me as a little child, a preteen, a teen, young adult. I know people that have known me, so I cannot but say the truth because there's always someone that can tell the truth if I try to lie. But that's important. That helps you. It gives you a sense of being human. You know, uh, our stage of life has a major impact on the role that friendship play and the type of friendship we have. So our stage in life, a different stage in life, you need probably friendship at different levels, right? When we're young, we have all the time to relate. As we grow older, we have commitments, right? I get pretty busy. Like I said, even who I might consider my closest friend, we rarely talk, but we do talk. We have avenues to talk, but not we don't do. I don't have all the time to do all of that, Jojo. Being who I am, an introvert, which Toba struggles to understand, but he has accepted that I measure on trying to be a part of people's major activities, right? Because I'm not one that's just gonna go visit you, you know, uh, partly because I'm busy, partly because I'm just who I am. But if you do have an occasion, a birthday, wedding, whatever, I do all I can to be there. That's my opportunity to socialize, right? So I know what's important for me to socialize, so I make use of all the avenues I can within the limit of what I have and all the responsibilities I have in my life. But our social interaction is our individual personal responsibility. Nobody's going to do it for you, and it's not automatic. You need to find avenues to relate with people because you need it. You need it. It's not an optional. You need it. Again, don't forget loneliness is a symptom of you not having the right amount of social interaction. When you don't have the right amount of social interaction, you will feel lonely. It's a symptom. So when you don't have enough social interaction, you will feel lonely. If you don't do something about that symptom, it can hurt you. It can hurt you spiritually, it can hurt you psychologically, it can hurt you physically, right? And that is research and it's true, right? Loneliness can hurt you spiritually, hurt you psychologically, hurt you physically. So your social interaction makes a difference to your spiritual being, to your psychological well-being, and to your physical well-being, right? So it is important that we have social interaction and at the right amount, right? The amount of social interaction for all of us is different, again, depending on where you fall on the introverted spectrum. An extrovert one needs a lot of social interaction, needs a lot of social stimulation, An introvert does not, right? So to thyself be true. You would know. So be true to yourself. That's what's important. With every passage from one life stage into another, it's natural that certain friendships will be lost. And that's true. Not all your friends will go the distance with you. Friends, there are friends that are forever. They're friends that are just for a season of life. Yeah, they're friends that can go into the next level with you. If for whatever reason, it might be they can't go into your social class. It might be they don't believe the same thing with you. It might be that they are stuck in the past. But if it doesn't fit, don't force it. Don't force friendship on anybody. Just do your part. Those that your friends will come along. Be yourself and you'll find your friends, right? Don't try to change who you are. Don't lower your value just because you want to keep a friend. It will hurt you. It will hurt you. It might look like it's not hurting you, but don't forget, if you lower your value, then you become less than you should be, right? And you're not going to be happy being less. God wants you to be more, not less. More, not less. If any friendship is having to require you to be less, that person is not a friend. That person is your enemy, not your friend. Your friendship should cause you to want to be more, to want to be more, want to be everything that God has made you to be. Any friendship that's demanding of you to be less is not a friendship. It's something against your destiny, something against the calling of God for you, something against you entering into your wealthy place. Every friendship should want to cause you to be more, to be everything that God has created you to be. Oh, sorry, I haven't missed Dr. Gabriel. Let me read Dr. Gabriel's note. It is good for people not to abuse friendship, making it parasitic. Thanks. I agree with that, Doctor. We should have something to offer each other. Sure, sure. If you don't have something to offer, then that's not friendship. And it's not necessarily finance, like Dr. Gabriel says. It's not necessarily finance again. It's what you have. Let me just record what I said last week. It's what you have, and we have all been given different things. When I first finished my youth service, I didn't have money, but I had time. I wasn't working. I had so much time, so much time. And I used that time. I went to visit. I used to visit a dear sister who was working there. She did that. She was an optometrist. I used to spend a lot of time with her. Probably I overdid it because she wasn't married then. So I probably was confusing her because I had someone I was chasing, but I had the time to spend fellowship. We're friends, but the opposite sex, the emotions begin to come into place. But we enjoyed friendship. We'll probably confuse each other on the other side, but we enjoyed fellowship. I had a friend, also another lady who was sick, and I was able to spend time with her. She was recovering, you know, I guess it's easy for me to make lady friends, I guess, probably because I'm surrounded by girls. I have a sister in front of me. I have two sisters after. So I live years with women, right? So maybe that's why it's easy. I have a lot of lady friends, right? But yeah, but then I had time, right? It can be connection, right? You know this, right? I spent time chatting with a friend. Yesterday morning. He has a farm, I have a farm, but he's ahead of me in some things. I'm ahead of him in some things. And we began to share what we know, the resource that we have. So I have someone for me that's going to do a business plan for him on something I'm already doing. He's already giving me contact of someone that brought cattle for him, goat for him, brought potatoes that I need, ginger for him from a north. He's giving me contact for how he gets NYC coppers. It's not necessarily money. It's not necessarily money. And that's what we miss it, in the church where all we talk about is offering. There are people that don't have offering to give, but they have what we need. It might be that they have connection to the police, to the army, to the ministry within this permit or the other. They're equally valuable as that person that only brings money, right? God never asks for what we don't have. And what we have is not just money. For as long as you thyself be true, there's always something you can bring to every relationship you find yourself, and it does not have to be money, right? Powerful. You know, So Brenda Hewland puts it this way: he said, listening is a magnetic and strange thing, a creative force. The friends that really listen to us are the ones who move towards. When we're listened to, it creates us, makes us unfold and expand, So when it comes to friendship, so sometimes that's all you have to give. I'm a counselor, I've been a counselor for years, and a lot of people get to talk to me because I'm able to listen. That's the quality of a counselor. But it also comes useful in friendship. So sometimes all you can do for some people is that you're just there to listen and hear them out. Right? A lot of people come to me just for me a sounding board, right? And that's important. Sometimes you go and commiserate with people and you're quick to say talk. People say, oh, that person died because God needs an angel in heaven. That's stupid. Someone has died, and the way you are trying to console the person is that God needs an angel in heaven. Who told you? Did God tell you he needs an angel in heaven? You see, Job's friends, instead of keeping quiet and just being there for him, they were saying a lot of things that they have no clue about, right? It's sometimes all you need to give to your friend is just to be there, your presence. Your presence. It's not what you say. It's not what you give, just your presence, just your being there, just by being available, just being a friend, just being someone they can talk to. They might not even have an answer to what they are talking about, but just that it's making them talk. They can say what they've been bottling up on the inside of them. That might be all you have to give as a friend. And that will make a difference in that friendship, in that relationship, right? So it's not necessarily just money. It's not even you knowing what to say. It's not even you being wise. Just that you are available as a person can make a whole lot of difference to people. But listening, being a friend listens. A friend listens. If you're not someone that listens, then you're not a friend. If you're just there to argue, you're not a friend. God says, come and let us reason together. Friends reason. If you cannot reason with me, you can't be my friend. You can't be anybody's friend. You can't reason with the person, right? God says, come and let's reason together. A friend reasons with you. He might not have the answer for you, but he can help you break it down. Break it down that you have better understanding of the situation. But a friend listens. If you're with people that don't listen to you, they are not your friends. They're your enemies. They are not your friend. Run for your life. A friend listens. A friend listens. Right?